Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy JJ on Play here today. We're back with another video. We're going to be reacting to woman body shames man, then gets triggered when he rejects her. You know, we're a little bit in this, whatever this era is, so we're going to be reacting to a lot of stuff centered around this topic. But, you know, if y'all want me to react to anything else, let me know in the comment section. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into this video.
Your top three in the room, bro. Talking to you.
1, 2, and...
So, Gianna, Grace, and then who else?
I choose Denise, because I think Denise is pretty too. You
clearly don't like darker skinned girls.
Clearly don't like darker skinned girls.
You're shorter than me, so we probably would be friends. Pick the pale one over there.
Ladies, this is his preference.
Oh, I don't care about his preference. I just
She literally just height shame like, oh, I'm sorry, you're 5'8", so
he's
friends
just mad.
only.
Are you upset about it?
No, why would I be upset about it?
But no, he's not upset about it, but it seems like you're upset about him choosing the white girls.
Yeah, but I don't understand it. I don't even understand why there is a comparison.
Well, it is a comparison because they're both preferences. So it seems like he's shamed for having his preferences.
Okay.
He like white chicks.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Your preferences,
fine.
you don't want short guys, right?
Uh-huh.
And he didn't shame you for your preferences. But you shamed him for his preferences.
Gotcha, bitch! I guess in her barely functioning little brain, she thinks that if she shames a man for something he can't control, he's going to be attracted to her.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
Because all men love a woman who shames them for their height and preferences, and a woman who needs to be spoken to like a child to understand basic things.
So you're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
I have a better question.
The reason why that happened and the reason why that was going on back in the day is because a woman was not working. A woman was not going to work every day.
Okay, but my question is, why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of all,
you know, it's crazy. When I was growing up, my mom, like, we didn't get paid to do chores because she was like, when you get older, you're going to have to do this stuff regardless. So she's like, oh, you got to go to work and then I got to come home and I got to cook and clean. Shoot, my mom used to have to do that every single day. You know, my mom and dad, whatever. So it's like, for me, looking at that, it shaped, you know, your perspective on how you see things. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? You're going to have to do it regardless. Because if you go to work and you're tired and you come home and you hungry, ain't nobody gonna just serve you a plate. Make you a plate of food. And if you kind enough, shoot, make your man some food too. And hopefully he's a decent cook or kind enough to do the same for you. But when you got this type of energy and that's how you just view the world and people, who would want to do that for you?
I do it every day.
Shames them for their height.
But it sounds like she wouldn't even want to do it for herself.
Every day.
First of all, yeah.
First of all, for a man, a messy ass man and children.
First of all, Lazar,
what?
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you.
And you're yelling all the time.
When you yell, then when I yell.
Look, people gotta understand, bro, there's principles that you have to have, and I know I'm pausing a lot, I say this every single video, but you have to have certain principles and standards to where no matter what somebody else does, you don't break your own principles and standards. If I'm the type of person where I'm like, okay, I'm calm and I'm chilling, just because somebody else is yelling doesn't mean that gives you the justification and excuse to start raising your voice too. If you're the type of person to be calm and composed and somebody else start yelling, keep your calm and composure. Just because he start yelling doesn't mean like, okay, that's my green light to go start yelling too. But if that's your standards and your principles where you like, if somebody else do it, I can do it too, that's not good.
You repeat the same thing I just repeated to you because right now I caught you with your hand in the fish
But
tank.
you're always yelling. I will clip.
Listen to me.
Right here. I can't wait to clip this.
Okay, well,
I don't yell.
I just want you to understand that yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument.
I never
It's just
said
a sign of frustration and the inability to articulate in a respectful way and make a valid point.
Tell that to yourself.
Okay, I'm not yelling.
But you're not in this moment.
Your point is invalid, and you sound like the rest of these unwedded women talking about the modern day women right there. I'm gonna go to work like you. Do you want me to cook, clean?
Yeah, you lose the debate once you start getting all aggressive and talking like you're Cardi B, and there's no grown-ass man that wants to deal with that or come home to that. Communication is key, and if she communicates like this, like a teenager.
She gotta go. Popular airline has just become the first in the world to allow women passengers to decline sitting next to men. Here we go. Indigo is one of the fastest growing low-cost airlines in the world and the largest in India. And now, starting next month, women checking in online will see a special seating map that shows them in pink where other women will be sitting. Male passengers...
You know, at first I was about to say something crazy, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really have a problem with this. I really don't. Like, there's a lot of privileges that men have, whether it's unwritten or written. Dudes are just weird, okay? Dudes are weird. You know, if a woman is more comfortable being next to a woman, I mean, I guess I can agree to allow them to have that grace. Like, it's not really that bad. It's not going to make it, oh, I can't sit next to a woman, I'm upset. Like, if you're that type of dude, yeah, clearly a woman needs to be able to pick her own spot. And no, I'm not simping or anything of that nature. It's just something that's just little. If they want something like a little sprinkle of some freedom to say I can pick wherever I want to sit next to, it's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna hurt the dude. Let them do it, man. Just let them.
However, will not see that information. Some loved the idea, saying that the days of dealing with manspreading during a flight are finally over, while others hated it, saying it was unfair and what happens if a man doesn't want to sit next to a woman.
Well, what if I identify as...
What happens if a man doesn't want to sit next to a woman? I think people are just fighting problems with more problems. And that's all the world is. When you address one problem, people's gonna bring up another problem to belittle the original problem. You can't solve anything by trying to fix one problem by bringing up a different problem. If people are saying women don't like man spreading, which is crazy, not for the woman, but crazy for a man to be sitting there man spreading, and a woman's like, at least let me pick my own seat, let me sit next to a woman, I feel more comfortable. Just let them. Why do you gotta be like, oh, I'm a man? No, I don't like that because I don't get my option either. Like, come on, bro. Like, just chill, bro. Just go sit down and enjoy your flight.
As a woman or something else.
That's a long list. Most replayed. Why am I replaying where everybody else replaying? Okay. Metro. I don't know what that is. Male but curious. Okay. Male but overweight. Female but having Adam's apple. Woman, thank you very much. I remember seeing this, that they're starting to in spelling bees, they're starting to allow women to be spelled with a Y because they don't want the word men involved. This is such a crazy era of just hate men. Hey, females are gonna have to change too because the word male is in there. Shoot. Household pet that walked across. What is wrong with us?
Your fashion is, what was that?
Her number.
I can't get it. I got a girlfriend, a real one.
Yeah, he's dating with JT right now.
Ah, shit.
I got a girlfriend. Lil Uzi eye rolls be crazy.
You loyal.
I'll be honest. And the type of person I am, I have big mama energy, and I'm a big dominant, and yeah.
I don't like that.
I wish I understood what that meant. So
basically, it's like I'm a person that like power, and I carry along like alpha men energy. I'm an alpha female that's also in tune with my divine feminine and masculine energy. So
what are you even trying?
Okay, this is not to like target nobody, but in the animal perspective, when is the woman alpha? I genuinely want to know. This is not even to target them because I'm sure there's something where the woman is above the man in air and they have to be the alpha. I can't think of one, but hopefully somebody tell me.
To say.
I'm somehow more confused.
Yeah, we're all confused. The donut can barely speak, but she's trying to say that she's an alpha female. That explains why she's single.
So I was like thinking like if you were like in my bed or something and I turned the fan on, like you would fly across my room because you're like really skinny.
Huh?
But I like skinny guys, but you're like really skinny. And then I was also thinking like if I was in the bed with you and I laid my head on your chest, it would feel like I'm laying on a pile of dishes or something. So I didn't want to, you know.
Yeah.
But you're cute though, so.
Thank you.
A pile of dishes?
I'm 205 pounds, by the way.
Oh, okay.
She's just trying to be funny and go
She's so
viral. That man ain't
nonchalant.
skinny. And as this comment says, she's out of breath saying all that nonsense.
What do you want your man to, like, how do you want your man to dress? How do you want your man to look?
Would you dress like this on the first date with me?
Yes, this is what I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
This is who I am.
Real that, even, better, I mean, dang, I said the wrong lyrics. Hey, that's why I be telling people, dress to be comfortable. Don't dress to impress. This is not Roblox. Dress to be comfortable. Like, if you want to run outside with some slides and some socks and some sweats and a jacket like me and you comfortable, shoot, do that then.
Okay.
How many kids
and your
you
preference?
have?
I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
I'm done. Take me off.
2. Okay. So it's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man
right. Why?
if
Because
she
there's
has-
billions of women on this planet.
I mean, he's not.
Personally, what he's saying, I don't have no problem with it. It's just the way he's saying it. Like, he's talking as if he's talking to a toddler. I feel like this whole video, I'm over here sticking up for women. I'm not biased, okay? There's some crazy women out there with these double standards and these crazy qualifications that they want in a man. It's just the way he's talking to her is low-key kind of crazy. I think that's the issue. It's just the way he's, projecting it. But what he is saying is not wrong at all. Like, there is dudes that if they're making a certain amount of money and they're considered high class, high value, they don't tend to go for people that already have a family. They want to start a family and create one. It's just delivery. That's all it is.
Not wrong, most top tier men won't want a single mother of 3 with 2 different baby daddies, but I don't think you can call yourself a top tier man if you're participating in this shit.
Oh yeah, he's on my side. See, look, that's why I'm saying. When they're losing the game. There ain't nothing wrong with that though. Like, cause you gotta understand, there's things on the line when it comes to the game. Like this, I'm not gonna just, cause I don't even do this when I play the game, so I don't even have to like explain myself. I be chilling when I play the game.
What
Never
my wife
yelled a day in my
says
life.
versus what she means. What my wife says doesn't always equate to what she means. Let me explain. This is how I solve my wife's hunger paradox. This one's easy. If my wife says she's hungry, it means she's hungry. Now, if she asks me, are you hungry? It means she's hungry.
Right.
She doesn't really care if I'm hungry. She's just trying to tell me she's hungry. So when I hear this question, even if I'm not hungry, I always say yes.
Is a man less of a
man? I'm telling you, women and their conversations and what they say, it mind boggles me, because they'll say something and you can repeat word for word what they say, and they'll be like, I don't mean it like that. It's your words. How else could you mean it? It's because their brain is thinking one thing, their words say something completely different, and they're never in tune to where now you're confused. And then with the hunger thing, if a woman's like, I want some food from here, and you be like, are you hungry? You be like, no, I'm not hungry, but I'll get you something. Now they don't want it. Now, like, y'all, they're too complicated. There's never a set thing.
a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yeah, I guess.
So does that make a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
I mean, depends. What kind of meal?
Any meal?
Some noodles.
I mean, I don't know. Like what scratch? What do you mean by scratch?
Just in general, spawn in food.
I'd put money on these 2 Muppets not being able to boil an egg.
Why is it that most average women don't want average men?
Because it's a natural thing for people to want what they can't have. It's
not natural. It's not natural.
It's a natural desire.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not. No, ma'am, it's not natural.
Okay.
Every other race of woman on here is white women are the next lowest group of married women. They're married at a 54 rate. And you look at an average looking white woman, you're like, ooh, even the women who are unattractive, you're like, ooh, but you look on her finger, you're like, she's married. You're like, who would marry her? You look at her husband and they look like they match because they accept. But in our community, women.
He said it's a natural thing to have, which you, can we go back? Because she low-key threw me off with that.
Because it's a natural thing for people to want what they can't have. It's
It's a natural thing to want what they can't have. I wouldn't say it's natural. I would say your circumstances and your environment and your surroundings make you want what you can't have. Actually, would that be natural? I think it could be natural, because like if you have a lot of something, I I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Actually, it's
I'm
not
not
women
mad
in
at
the
it.
next lowest group of married women. They're married at a 54 rate. And you look at an average looking white woman, you're like, ooh, even the women who are unattractive, you're like, ooh, but you look on her finger, you're like, she's married. You're like, who would marry her? You look at her husband and they look like they match because they accept. But in our community, women want the men to look better than them. It's not natural. You're living opposite to nature. You're living opposite to even the God you say you believe in creation. It's rather devilish, as a matter of fact.
I think a lot of average women of all races in the Western world don't want an average man and think they deserve better because a lot of their friends have lied to them.
Avengers!
Assemble.
And social media's lied to them, and you've got simps in their DMs putting them on a pedestal, telling them they're a lot more beautiful than they are and they deserve.
Hey, women, their friend groups is the craziest friend groups. I had a situation where I had a conversation with somebody and they didn't understand the situation. I explained the situation to them, and then their friends said, oh, it's okay, you deserve to think the way you think. Even after the person changed their mind on the situation, it was like, oh, how I was originally thinking was wrong. Let me go tell my friend I was thinking wrong. And the friend be like, no, you was thinking right. And you still keep them around.
Deserve the world and they should have the best of the best.
Lord,
when it's never going to happen.
Why do you think certain women actually can appreciate that good man that they actually said that they wanted?
I think it's kind of hard to appreciate something you've never seen a true example of.
That's
a lot of women grow up in households to where a real man is not
crazy.
there. They watch their mama cycle through men who living off their mama, who they paying his car note, he's sleeping on her couch, things of that nature, and then they go out and date what's familiar. And sometimes what's familiar could be detrimental as hell to you, but it's comfortable at the same time, because this is all I know, right? So when I run into a man who's quote unquote good, he doing shit that I ain't never seen. He's showing me things that are uncomfortable for me. I'm used to toxicity. My mama had a toxic man. My auntie had a toxic man. My sister had a toxic man. My baby daddy was a toxic man. So again, if that's all I've ever seen, if I run into something that foreign, I'm gonna be a little uncomfortable with that. So a lot of women, and unfortunately, a lot of women gotta lose a great man to learn how to appreciate him.
Hey, they say you never know how much you appreciate or love something until it's gone. I had a friend who he transformed that quote into something crazy. He was like, you never know how much you love your girl until you cheat on her. I'm like, bro, that's really what you gonna turn that into? What he's saying is facts, and a lot of people talk about black people's being able to adapt and go through adversity, and they say that we struggle with it so much because it's like, I don't know, it's like a pride thing, a culture thing, a generational thing. But it's like, even when you do get a good man, it's like you would know that it's a good man and it makes you uncomfortable, but you're not willing to change and adapt. And it takes long to change and adapt, but you're not willing to put in the effort to do so.
But as long as the lesson is learned.
He's not wrong. Most of the time, kids follow by example. So if they've seen that and known that all their life, they're probably going to have the same thing. I also think a lot of women don't pick good guys or nice guys because they've got this idea in their head, the most dangerous guy, especially when they're younger, that the dangerous guy or the one that gets in trouble is the more fun one to be around. And maybe he is more fun to be around, but he's not more fun when he gets sent to prison and he leaves them with no money and a kid to raise on their own. All of a sudden they're complaining and saying that all men are toxic and shit and there's no good men around. No, it's because you picked the shit ones and you made bad decisions when you were younger.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, people I'm the type of person where I think about the root of the problem. Where did the problem start? People be thinking about where the problem blew up in their face and then they only blame that. Like, for example, with this situation with the men ended up in jail and leaving you to raise a child on your own, and people would be like, oh, toxic men, whatever, men this, men that, and they only blame the men. But then you also got to think about where did it start at? It started off with, the woman picking him. And then if you think about before that, it starts off what you were comfortable with and what you've seen at home through your family. And it just goes back to where it's like, what leads up to that? And then once you actually start to go deeper and deeper into the roots of stuff and the causes and where you even get this knowledge and perspective from, that's when you really start to be able to change and acknowledge stuff.
He cheated on me, bro. With dude right here. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, I ain't even mad at him. Shit. Fuck, I ain't even mad at him. Shit, you heard me?
Well done to the guy that got cheated on for not getting angry at the guy, because it's not the guy's fault. He's not the one that's committed or betrayed you. It's the donut that cheated on you. And you know what happens if she cheats?
She belongs to the streets.
W video. Let's go ahead and like. Oh, we already subbed. Hey, that was a good video. If there's anything else y'all want me to react to, let me know in the comment section. Appreciate y'all for tuning into this video. I'm consistent this year. Uploads every 3 to 4 days, depending on how I feel. If y'all giving me good feedback, good engagement, y'all liking these videos, I'm gonna start setting like goals for every video. That's how good y'all treat me. I'll do videos every 3 or 4 days. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace and love to y'all.